Let's bring him in because we're late. Ladies and gentlemen, from NFL Network, the NFL Media Group, the one and only, the man who puts the plus in NFL Plus, Tom Pelissero. Good to see you, Tom. How are you, sir?
That is the best of all the intros you've given me right there, Rich. What's up to my boys in studio?
Hey, Tommy.
What up? This is coming to you.
Oh, we're good?
You're an adult. Like, be an adult.
Thank you. That's Flacco chiming in right now.
Yeah, we're good. We're great.
Actually, that's what he's telling you if you plan to text him photographs during this conversation.
I'm not only planning to text him, I'm texting him this video I'm taking right now.
Be an adult.
I will say, we took a photo afterwards of the three of us,
Be
and
an
Tommy
adult.
P posted it on Instagram last week. That's
fine.
all I'm saying.
That's fine. Just be an adult. That's all. Just asking
For the
you.
record, I'm responding to text messages and declining calls from other people that are not sitting across from you, Rich.
Thank you,
So
Tom.
it is other.
It's not
it
us.
may be June 13th.
It's not us. Look, my phone is.
Hey, listen, no. Listen, man. You, and I appreciate that, Tom, because trust me, when information men and women appear on this program, I know when they're checking their phones, and I know if they're able to put it away and give me the 15 to 20 minutes of undivided attention that appearing on this program, I believe it requires. I see it all, and I talk about it behind their backs. What? Wait a minute, am I wrong?
Rich, did you see Tom's eyes glance to the side when my text went through to him?
And
No,
Tom,
that was somebody else.
Can
That
you
was
stop
something
it.
also,
more
Tom,
important over there.
not banned from our show, so it's like perfect.
Don't
I have
go
their,
there.
for the record, Rich, I
dude.
have their text muted.
Stop
their
it.
thread is muted, so I don't get the alerts like I do all the other stuff.
Oh, that's kind of messed up, Tom.
Muted.
I'm
I
like,
see it. It just doesn't come in real time and buzz when I want.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I
Make it
try
real.
Ladies
to
and gentlemen.
balance all worlds for you. That's really the important.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Tommy P.
Don't make me shut down the internet like they do on those commercials when the parents get upset with their kids. Just don't make me do it.
Parental controls.
All right, Tom. How are you? You good? Everybody good in the studio? We're good? We can now start?
We can start.
All right.
Him in early.
All right. Very good. Back here on the Rich Eisen Show, one big happy family back on the Rich Eisen Show radio network, sitting at the Rich Eisen Show desk furnished by Grainger with supplies and solutions for every industry. Grainger has the right product for you. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. Tom Pelissero, who has told you a lot about Grainger when he sits in this chair as a guest host, back here on the Rich Eisen Show as an NFL Network insider and friend of the program. What is happening with Shemar Stewart? What is in that contract that caused a rookie to call out the team for putting more energy in winning arguments than games before he leaves camp, Tom? That is not what we normally see in the National Football League.
No, and I think that was really the rare part of this, Rich, was Shemar Stewart flat out calling out the team, not just over his own contract situation, but also saying, hey, if it were me, I'd give Trey Hendrickson all the money. Like, here you go. But I guess that's not how they operate.
Right.
The quotes were unique, but the situation is only unique in that Shemar Stewart declined to sign a participation agreement, which is very common among unsigned rookie draft picks. There was a time where it's not that long ago, as you know, before the 2011 collective bargaining agreement, when most of these rookie deals, at least the first rounders, did not get done in the early stages. And there were more holdouts and there were more deals that didn't get done until July and August. And players would sign a participation agreement, which covered everything from rookie camp through the mandatory mini camp. It does not apply in training camp. In order to participate on the field in training camp, you have to have your final contract done. Well, Shemar Stewart's the rare player who also declined to sign the participation agreement for separate issues. But when it comes to his actual contract and why this deal is not done yet, it boils down to this. The Bengals are trying to set a new precedent in terms of their contract language, putting in, and it's complicated, but the simplest way I can describe it is default language, that if you mess up once, it voids the rest of your contract. They have not historically had that language in their contracts, which surprises some people around the NFL because the Bengals have probably taken more chances from a character and background perspective on their high draft picks than anybody else over the past couple of decades here. They have not had that forfeiture language, that default language in place. They're trying to put it in the contract now. They did it across all their rookie deals. The NFL Players Association in the past, there was a big issue several years ago when a bunch of teams tried to do this, and the NFLPA advised all the agents, hey, don't let your guys sign this, because the moment that one first-round pick signs it, that then has the precedent that everybody else, until the end of time, is going to have that same language in their contract. Does it come up very often? No. You see every now and then somebody commits a violation and they could void their contract, and if you have specific language in there, that can happen. All of it boils down to this, Rich. this should not be as big of an issue as it is. And there is a point at which this is detrimental to everybody involved. But you also can see it from the Bengals' perspective of, hey, we want our language to mirror what other teams around the NFL are doing. Abdul Carter was drafted at number 3. He's got this language. From Shemar Stewart's perspective, or his agent Zach Hiller, it's, okay, that's fine, but the Giants have always had that language in. You're trying to make our guy the first one to take this language. So for now, and Shemar Stewart, left on the final day of minicamp yesterday. We'll see where this goes in the next 5 weeks or so. None of this is getting the Bengals any better at playing football at a time that they also are in a spat with their, the NFL's reigning sack leader, Trey Hendrickson. Sam Hubbard retired in the offseason. For Bengals defense that gets a lot better, every rep missed, particularly for a guy like Shemar Stewart, doesn't help you win football games in 2025.
So it would be a precedent for Bengals draft choices, not all draft choices for all 32 teams. There are some franchises that do have this language in the contracts for rookies. It's just the Bengals have never had it, and now they're trying to institute it. Is that what you're saying?
Correct. And so there are many teams that have similar or identical types of void language, default language in the contracts. If they came to Shemar Stewart tomorrow and offered him the exact same contract language that Amarius Mims, their first-round pick last year, had, Shemar Stewart would sign. But they're trying to have their language mirror other clubs, even though, and this should be noted, the Bengals also don't pay out their bonus money on the same schedule that our teams do. I think this is one thing that fans don't necessarily understand, is that every team has different historical structures. They have different contract language. It is not blanket across the league. Different teams have different clauses. Different teams pay out, like some teams, for instance, will pay out 70% of the signing bonus and defer the other 30 until next year. There's some teams that pay out everything up front. Everybody does things different. The only thing you have to go on is precedent. So there's this constant back and forth, and people can ask why in this day and age when all these contracts are slotted for rookies, how in the world do you ever have holdouts? How are any of these deals complicated to do? A lot of it comes down to language, and whether it's a team trying to set a new precedent like the Bengals are in this case, or it's an agent trying to break what they might feel is unfair precedent that another club has had, that's where sometimes these things can end up taking longer than they otherwise would. And Shemar Stewart just happens to be, again, not a unique argument. These language things happen all the time. But the fact that he's not practiced once since the draft, that part of it is unusual.
Certainly when he got drafted, we were, talking about it during commercial breaks on occasion over the 3-day draft, mentioning that maybe this is Trey Hendrickson insurance, right? By drafting Shemar Stewart at an edge position. Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.